Hello everyone and welcome to another real life English lesson. My name is John. In this video, I'm not going to put any subtitles. I'm not going to teach you any vocabulary words. I'm just going to talk to you like we're having a one-on-one conversation. Now, in the past, when I've done videos like this, some people have said, it's too slow. Okay, so remember, there's a little bit of a difference between like if you're just having like a everyday interaction with like someone working at a supermarket, or if you're at a restaurant, that's more like fast, quick bits of conversation. So actually this speaking pace and me speaking right now is kind of more like if I were giving a lecture, like if I were giving a speech, or like if you ask me a question, like if you ask me some big deep question like, hey John, like what's the meaning of life? And then from here, I just like started like giving this long convoluted answer, but it's still good, because this is going to be a long video and hope that you can follow along. So I hope that anything you hear in this video, you can put your questions or new vocabulary words or sentences you've learned in the comments. All right, so today is actually an interesting topic. It's my birthday. As I'm filming this, it's my birthday tomorrow. Now, you can guess how old I am. That's totally up to you. I'm not going to say the exact number. All I'm going to say is that I'm definitely middle-aged, okay? Maybe not that middle-aged, but I'm definitely middle-aged. Now, I'm going to be 1 year away from a very big birthday. And I wanted to share with you a few things that I've kind of learned in my life, especially the last few years. I think that have helped me become a better person, become happier, and luckily helped me find success as well, okay? So these lessons are all out of order. It's totally up to you how you want to write them down or which ones are more important. These are just off the top of my head. First one is discipline. So I think this is something we all struggle with, right? We all know we got to be smarter, we got to be faster, we got to be stronger, we got to make more money, we got to do this, we got to get the girl, get the guy, we got to find love, blah, blah, blah. I think that one thing that can help us all in life is discipline. So what I mean by that, I mean that whatever it is that you want in your life, you have to continuously work towards it. Like no ifs, ands, or buts. Every single waking minute has to be moving towards that goal, right? And in order to achieve that goal, or because sometimes we fail, and that's a good thing, but that's another topic, you at least move close enough towards that goal that you at least achieve something, as opposed to doing nothing. And what helps you move closer to that goal is discipline. So for me, I've always felt in my life that I struggle with momentum. That means that sometimes, hey, things are going really good, and things are going really bad. But a lot of times I found that they go bad because I lack discipline. I'm not waking up early enough, I'm not getting to the gym enough, I'm not working hard enough, little things like that. So I think for us in life, discipline is very important. No matter what you do, the more disciplined you are at it, you will find greater success. Now, of course, when it comes to success, there's a lot of luck involved with that. That's a different lesson. We'll talk about that another time. So stay disciplined. Number two, it's not about how much money you make. It's about how much money you save. So I've been pretty blessed in life. I'm not gonna say like I'm a mega rich guy, but I've had some success in my life. But I've also had some success in my life, made some good money, and spent it all. And I didn't actually spend it all on anything good, I just wasted this money. And as I've gotten older, I've learned the importance of saving money. And what does that mean? That means that instead of blowing your entire paycheck on worthless, dumb stuff, you can instead save it so that later on in life, you have a good cushion. Have some safety in your life. You could, if you want, spend more on yourself or help with friends or family out in a sense. God forbid you have an emergency, you can take care of yourself in that way. Now, no matter how much you earn, okay, unless every single penny, coin, dollar of your salary is for your life, okay, we can all save a little bit, okay? Even if it's $1, $5, $10, right? The point is that you have to start the habit. Okay, we all start from somewhere. Maybe right now you're at this level, but of course you're going to work harder and harder in your life to hopefully get to this level, right? The most important thing is that you begin the habit of saving somehow, some way. Okay? And of course I know everyone's in a different situation, but consider it. All right. Number 3, eliminate negative energy. What does that mean? It means that anything in your life that is bringing you down, okay, that is like not helping you move towards your goals and what you want, get rid of them. Okay? If you can't get rid of them, or it, or whatever it may be, work around it somehow. Ignore it. Life is too short to be taken down or influenced by people that are haters that don't believe in what you believe. And if you don't believe in what you want to believe, you're going to not find success. You know, I'll give you an example. I remember I started making stupid videos 10 years ago or something like that. A lot of people called me an idiot. A lot of people said I was stupid. A lot of people said that's dumb. A lot of people said don't quit your job. If I would have listened to those people, I wouldn't have accumulated the followers I have today. I'm not going to, stand here and be like I'm the most successful influencer ever, but I have a very comfortable life. I have millions of followers, and honestly, I make money doing my passion. This is my full-time job. Okay, that's not to brag, but what I'm trying to tell you is that if I would have listened to those people, if I would let them influence me, I wouldn't be here where I am today, right? Just kind of adding to eliminating negative energy and discipline, there's something called tunnel vision, okay? Tunnel vision means when you go through a tunnel, you only see forward. You only see forward. You only see the light at the end of the tunnel. It's where you want to go, right? I think that's where you have to be if you want to achieve success in your life, okay? All right, last one for our video. I think this video is gonna be too long. This is a freaking old guy thing, okay? Always stay fit, okay? You want to stay fit, take care of your bones and your ligaments, blah blah. Now, I've had a few injuries recently. They're very interesting. So I've always lifted, weights, but see, I have an injury here. This is called golfer's elbow. And the reason I have this injury here, so this injury here, it's made me weaker in my arm, and it hurts sometimes when I do certain movements. The reason this happens is because I've lifted for so long, but I neglected certain parts of my body. And what does that mean? So I've always, for example, worked on my arms here, 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 but my wrists are weak. My grip is weak. My forearms are weak. And, for example, my grip, this is a weak part as opposed to this part of my hand. And then there's more examples of that. What I'm trying to tell you is that not only for exercise, whatever you're doing in life, but this might be a better this might be a better name for what I was going to call number 4. Number 4 is originally going to be called take care of your old self. But number 4 I would like to say is that work on your weaknesses. Okay? Work on your weaknesses so you can overall be better. Okay? That's not to say that if you're good at something, ignore that. No, whatever you're good at, go full throttle on that. But consider what your weaknesses are in life, So my analogy, again, my example is my fitness, right? So I have certain parts of my body that have later on in life caused injury to me because there's always a weakness, and then as I got older, it just kind of fell apart, right? And I'm working on them. But for you as well, right? If you have certain weaknesses in your game, how can you improve them? Okay? Or if you have the resources, who can you find? What tool can you use to help you get better at those weaknesses so you can overall be better in general, okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, long video, rambling. Those are 4 tips I have for you to kind of help you improve your life. You can let me know what you thought about this video in the comments. Let me know if you have any questions or comments or if you learn anything in there. And also, too, I don't care how old you are. I don't care if you're a young guy, if you're a middle-aged guy, if you're an old guy. Please share some tips with me about improving in life, how could I be better? How could we all be better? I would like to learn what you have to share, okay? So thank you all, and I'll see you next time.